Hello everyone, welcome back to Multitalks. I'm your host, Amy. Today we have a very interesting topic, reading in the digital age, print versus ebooks. With me today is our guest, Judy, one of our talkers who loves reading both novels and tech blogs. Hi, Judy.
Hi, Amy. I'm excited to be here and talk about books, one of my favorite topics.
So, Judy, let's start with the big question. Do you think ebooks can replace printed books?
I don't think so. Ebooks are convenient, but printed books give a feeling that's hard to replace. I like the smell of paper and the feeling of turning pages.
I agree. Ebooks are light and portable, but printed books feel more real. Some people also say reading on a screen can make it harder to focus. What do you think?
Yes, I feel that too. When I read ebooks on my tablet, I sometimes get distracted by notifications or want to check social media.
That's true. In the digital age, we have so much information everywhere. How do you find good content when there's so much out there?
I usually check book reviews or ask my friends who read a lot. I also follow some book bloggers who recommend interesting titles.
Good idea. I think it's important to choose quality over quantity. Reading is not just about finishing many books, but about really enjoying and understanding them.
Exactly. Whether it's an ebook or a printed one, the most important thing is the joy of reading.
Well, I sometimes feel that reading habits say a lot about a person's lifestyle. People who prefer printed books often enjoy slowing down, while ebooks readers might value efficiency and convenience.
That's true. I think printed books let me disconnect from the digital world for a while. When I read a paper book, I can really escape. No notifications, no blue lights, no temptation to multitask. It's just me and the story.
I like that feeling too. I sometimes read before bed, and I've noticed that printed books help me sleep better. Reading on a screen keeps my brain awake longer.
Same here. There's actually some science behind that. The blue lights from screens can trick your brain into thinking it's still daytime. That's why I try to avoid ebooks at night.
Makes sense. But when I travel, I can't deny how practical ebooks are. Carrying one slim device instead of several heavy books makes such a difference.
Definitely. I remember going on a trip once and packing 3 novels in my suitcase. They took up so much space. Now I just bring my e-reader and I can download new titles anytime.
Technology really gives us choices. Some people even highlight or take notes right inside their ebooks, which can be organized and searchable later.
Yes, that's something I appreciate. With printed books, I used to stick little notes between the pages and then forgot where I put them. Now, everything's in one place.
Do you ever reread books?
I do, especially the ones that change how I think. Every time I reread them, I notice something new. Maybe it's because I've changed, so the book feels different too.
That's a beautiful thought. Let a book stays the same, but we don't. Our experiences makes us read it in new ways.
Exactly. That's what makes reading timeless. Whether it's digital or print, the connection between the reader and the story is what truly matters.
Well said, Judy. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. We will be back in a moment with our vocabulary section to help our listeners learn some useful English words from today's talk.